Hi everyone, welcome to Hauler Time. My name is Amy and I am here with a video for you today. We're going to be looking at another Grove box. I'm embarrassed to say that when we were cleaning up the living room, my husband found a couple more Grove boxes. So this could be a really short video because it may be all stuff we've seen before, because if you haven't seen one of my previous Grove videos, you'll know I had some things on subscription that just kind of kept coming, and I've since turned that off and I'm just ordering things as I want. But I was super lazy and apparently got a ton of months worth of stuff. So I was going to be doing a wig video with the Grove at the end, but then I just noticed that I'm supposed to submit the wig video before I post it, and I really wanted to get a video out today, so I may record the wig video right after this so that they have time to review it and I don't miss talking to you guys for a day. So anyway, let's get started. So if you are not familiar with Grove, they are a online company that sells products, but they're good for the environment. So they try to be, their tape on here says they try to be carbon neutral, plastic neutral. They're definitely invested in sustainability. So they have a lot of those companies like Method, Mrs. Meyer's, those kind of companies that are really concerned about that. No animal testing, you know, all of that. Recyclable, use glass bottles instead of plastic, that kind of thing. And you can, I'll have a link, or in my description below, I'll have my referral link, which will tell you what you get if you use my code and what I get. And you have the option of subscribing to their service. I mean, similar to Amazon. You can subscribe and become a VIP, in which case you'll be offered so many free gifts a year. And then you get free shipping as long as your order is a certain dollar amount. I don't remember, I feel like that dollar amount kind of fluctuates, so I don't want to tell you what the current dollar amount is in case it's changed. But when I am paying attention, I will go in on the app and I will look for the things that I want, and it's pretty obvious then once you hit a certain dollar amount, it'll be like, okay, now it's free. It'll send on this date unless you want to ship it early. And I'm trying to think if there's any, they're always real nice to write a note, you know, on the end, on the box. But yeah, and for your very first time ordering, you can pick a kind of a gift box. So one of my earlier Grove videos, you'll see where I had the gift box with all the stuff. But yeah, I really like, now I will confess, I'm not big into recycling and all that stuff. I'm not against it, I'm just lazy, and so I really don't do it very often. But I really do like how Grove has glass bottles, and you can buy the refill cleaners to put in, you know, to add to water and put in your glass bottle. And even, you know, the refill containers are usually either glass or metal, that kind of thing. So it's definitely conscientious, I should say. And of course they ship in all recyclable material. And yep, this has got a bunch of stuff we've already seen before, so my apologies. You may find this boring if you've watched before. But it looks like we've got about 6 things, so yes, this will be kind of short. But let's just get started. So the first item I got is, and I apologize, the lighting in this room is terrible now that I have this hex light. So, oh, and I don't have my ring light. I never brought my ring light back down after vacation, so that's part of the problem. Oh well. So anyway, there's this. This is Method Body Wash, and this one is the Simply Nourish with coconut and rice milk and shea butter. And we really like these. They last forever because there's 18 fluid ounces in here, but this one's especially nice because it's moisturizing. Like there's another one that we like, Energy Boost, and it's not as moisturizing because its focus is more wake you up kind of thing. But this one smells so good. So yeah, we like these. And like I said before, they are biodegradable. This container, it is, and there's no parabens or phthalates. It's cruelty-free, tested by people, not on animals. And the bottle minus the lid is made of 65% recycled plastic. So I know you guys have heard of Method before. So Grove is a good source for that, because a lot of times Grove will have, I want to say flavors, but not flavors, scents that you can't find at Walmart and Target, those kind of places. You can probably find it on Amazon, but, and then let me open my app to see about what I might have paid for that. That's funny, I was starting to type app instead of Grove. So my Temu stuff, I think at least one bag has made it to Chicago, so maybe I'll have it by Friday. And okay, so I logged into the app and they're telling me it's free trio time. Get 3 free full-sized summer must-haves from Mrs. Meyer's. And they've got tomato vine, these are the scents, tomato vine, dandelion, and fresh cut grass. So I'll have to make sure to go back in and do that before I place an order. Okay. So let me go to my account, order history. I have no idea which one this was. Not that one. Sorry, even though most of them are pretty similar, there's still enough different that, okay. So this was $7.58, so that's a really good price, or at least a comparable price to what you'd pay somewhere else. Right. And then more bath bombs. I still have not even tried these, so now I've got about 17,000 of them, and I don't even know if I like them yet, but I bet one of the kids wouldn't mind using them if I don't. But this is Peppermint Twist Froth Bomb. There's 2 of them in here. Yeah, the lighting is really bad, sorry. And Peppermint Twist with Cooling Oregon Mint. Now, they do carry these year round, even though this is kind of their Christmas packaging. But these are $8.62 for this 2-pack. So that is also comparable in price to your higher end. I mean, if you go to Lush and look for a bath bomb, it might be a little bit bigger than this, but it's also going to be $6 or $7 for one. So that's not a bad price for 2. Unless it stinks and then, or, you know, isn't good, and then it's not a good price. I should take a bath tonight and use one of those, right? All right, so then I got some more of this. Now I have tried this, but I can't speak to whether it works any better than any other melatonin. That's what this is. Melatonin and thiamine and botanicals. So gummies for sleeping, and I want to see if it says, it should say. So melatonin is, you know, what helps you fall asleep and stay asleep. Theanine is an amino acid that encourages calmness so you can hush those voices in your head and drift off, or like me, those songs that are on repeat. And botanical extracts, there's chamomile, passion flower, and lemon balm, which are known ingredients to help soothe and relax. And this is not FDA certified or any of that. It is NSF certified for no synthetic flavors or and it has a blackberry flavor with refreshing notes of mint. Now what I'm trying to figure out, okay, serving size is 2 gummies, and in that 2 gummies you're getting 3 milligrams of melatonin. So I've said this before, but my doctor told me that less is more when it comes to melatonin, because I was like taking 2 5 milligrams, so I was getting 10 milligrams, and it really wasn't doing much. And she said that actually in this case less is more. So I don't know if that's true or not, but I do like this brand. And I remember back in the early aughts, I had a doctor that this brand makes weight loss pills, and this was kind of one of the first reputable weight loss pills, not like those ones that you used to see hawked on TV that were like speed kind of thing, but it was like a real kind of like it would melt the oil or something. I don't know, I don't remember, it's been long enough ago, but I just remember that's when I first became aware of this brand. And I think those are still out there, and you can get them, they're over the counter just like these are. So, and I've got prenatal vitamins from this brand because several people have said that prenatal vitamins are better for your hair and your skin, and I have problems with both of those, so I take prenatal vitamins. And is it helping? I don't think so, but you know, it's another way to spend money, I guess. But anyway, this container is $12.45, which that does seem kind of pricey, because at Walmart you could get Equate brand for cheaper than that, way cheaper. All right, next we have yet another one of these, which I've not been impressed with. This is a facial cleanser for sensitive skin. It's got aloe and chamomile. This Rooted brand, it's like vegetable roots is what goes into this. So there's 7 different vegetable roots, and there's marshmallow, burdock, yucca, ginger, ginseng, licorice, wild celery, along with green tea, yada, yada, yada. I've not been overly impressed with this because I like facial cleansers that suds, but most facial cleansers for sensitive skin don't suds, and so I just never feel like it's getting clean, although it probably is. I don't know, it's just a culture change kind of thing for me that I just haven't been willing to put in the effort for. But I've got a ton of these, but I've got kids and they can use this too. So, all right, and it's hypoallergenic, dermatologist tested, fragrance free, paraben free, phthalate free, sulfate free, free. So I know people have been talking about a lot of things in the news, right? Well, I want to talk about one of the not politically based things that people are talking about. I want to talk about Richard Simmons for a minute. So, you know, he died at the end of last week, which was, you know, super sad and stuff. And I posted a comment on a video about what I remembered about Richard Simmons, and I was like, I need to share that on my channel. And so I was a big sweat into the oldies. Like, I didn't like to exercise, no surprise there, but I did really like Sweat into the Oldies, the original Sweat into the Oldies. Now, he had several, but I like the original one. And so when some of those songs come up on the radio, because I listen to oldies, then I still can like visualize the steps that we would have to make in that, or, you know, and he was just so positive and such a great influence for plus size people that were trying to get healthier. But one thing I had forgotten until I was thinking about all this was when I was in college in the 90s, I did his Deal a Meal program. And if you're not familiar with that, you got like a deck of cards, and based on, I can't remember if it was based on your current weight or the weight you were trying to get to, or the calorie count, or, you know, something, but whatever it was, you got so many of the cards in this deck. And so obviously the more plus size you were, you got more cards, you know, because, you know, wasn't about starving or anything, but there were cards for fruit and vegetables and kind of like the pyramid categories. But, you know, based on whatever your situation was, you got some combination of cards that was what you could eat during the day, were these cards. And so you'd mix and match, and you're like, well, I'm going to eat it one fruit card, and on the card it would say what qualified as a serving, kind of thing. So it was just a gimmicky, different way to go about trying to eat better. I mean, in some ways it's kind of like Weight Watchers point system, right? I mean, well, I guess not, because with the points you could eat anything as long as you counted the points, and his really was more food pyramid, or trying to get the different pieces of, you know, food into your diet and stuff. So yeah, so that was a fun memory. So I still have, I think I had Sweat into the Oldies on VHS, but I don't have any way to play that. So I think I did order it years ago on Amazon so I could watch it on Prime, you know, go into my saved stuff and watch it on there and see if I could still do it. But yeah, so that was my remembrance of Richard Simmons. So if you've got any, you know, fun things you liked about him or whatever, feel free to post those in the comments. But all right, so next we've got this tea tree hair mask. Now I will say I have used this and I do really like this. So this, with my psoriasis on my scalp and stuff, it's very important to try to take care of your scalp. And so this is designed to restore a dry scalp and hair with tea tree. And tea tree is one of the good essential oils for that kind of thing. So, and it's a very creamy, luxurious kind of product. Okay, this one is sealed. I got one that kind of, the seal was open, so I thought if this one was like that, I'd open it, but I don't want to now. But you just put, you know, you can just scoop some out and put it, you know, while you're in the shower, put it on your scalp and work it out to the ends. And I'm never going to get this lid back on. But it says after shampooing, and they do have, this company does make a soapbox tea tree shampoo that you could use this with. I don't have that. But after shampooing, massage the hair mask into damp scalp and hair from root to tip. Leave in for 3 to 5 minutes and then rinse completely. So, and it's sulfate-free, silicone-free, paraben-free, and it's safe if you color your hair, which obviously I do not. But this also, I will say, makes a good shaving cream. So, multi-purpose with that. And, okay, now maybe I got the lid on. All right, and then the last item in here is a refill for hand wash, the pink grapefruit raspberry scent, metal bottle, and on one of my earlier videos, I had gotten, I think it was in my free new subscriber gift, that I got a glass pump bottle for this. So this is 13 fluid ounces, and the bottles, the glass bottles that they sell, are 13.5, so it's got room for the whole thing. So you don't have to worry about, you know, storing some leftover stuff somewhere. But this one has a good scent. I prefer, for the bathrooms and stuff, I generally prefer fruity kind of scents to floral. But yeah, so this is a good example of, you know, getting a nice bottle. And you could repurpose these. I mean, this would make a nice vase, don't you think? If you got all the soap out and, you know, and so yeah, now they almost always have some kind of a dent somewhere in them, well, or multiple dents. So maybe that would deter you from using it for anything like that. But otherwise, I mean, it's recyclable, obviously. So, okay, so now I stopped telling you prices. So let me go back to my phone and do some prices. Okay, the skin cleanser is $9.47, and that could be pricey or not, depending on, I mean, you can get on the whole gamut of pricing for skincare. The hair mask is $12.32, and this must not be the specific order, but I think that's all of the items. Oh, the hand refill, or the hand soap refill. Well, see, those are pretty cheap. That was only $5.21. So yeah. So that is my haul. Like I said, it was a short one, but I wanted to make sure to come on today and say hi, see how you're doing, and wear my cat shirt, which no, I'm not going to flip this video, so it's going to just look backwards. And I don't know, we'll have to see what if I film I kind of don't, not in the mood to film the wig video, if I'm being honest. So I don't know what that means. It probably means they're going to hound me for a while until I finally do it. But I know too, it's kind of weird. Well, not weird, but most people come to this channel for the Temu, and or at least prefer those videos. And so, I mean, although Grove has done well too, but the product reviews, unless it's something cool like Gona jewelry, most people, they just come on to see me, I think, instead of the products. Because not that I'm, you know, fantastic or whatnot, but I know a lot of you like to just spend time here. You know, you're not really, don't really care what it is. But yeah, but the product review ones, I always agree to do them because it's extra content and I'm always interested to see. But then it's like, once I actually get it, it's like, oh, I'm not as excited to make the video. And then when they start, you know, asking and asking and asking, which they should, because I already said I would do it, then it's like, I don't know, it almost makes me want to not do it even more, which is terrible because I have their stuff. So I've got the wig review to do, and it is from the picture. So from the picture, I'll just talk about it because I probably won't say this stuff when I do it. They gave me a choice of kind of a super curly short wig, which that just was not, it's not the 80s anymore, and it kind of looked like it was from the 80s. Or they had one that was more feathered, not quite Farrah Fawcett awesomeness, but, you know, layered and not so curly. So that's the one that I picked, and it's gray, And I don't know if it's gray and white, or we'll have to see, but yeah, it's a full wig, which I pretty much only do ponytails and stuff on this channel, so that'll be interesting. And I also get to do a video for Fitville shoes. I have 2 pairs of shoes from them to show you guys at some point. So yeah, that'll be coming. Maybe this weekend I'll film those. I don't know. And I've got some more Yum Yum boxes. It's like it's like I also prefer to do the Temu hauls. I just think those are more interesting, and it leads to better conversation, I think. So yeah, so when I don't have any Temu, I'm kind of sad. But I do have lots of Temu on order, so we'll just see. I'm trying to use my Temu influencer money that I've earned this month to fund next month's videos. So we'll see how close to that I get. But anyway, enough chit-chatting and blowing steam. I don't know, that doesn't sound right. I don't know, it's the end of the workday, so I've been doing nothing but working, and so now I guess I'm ready to talk. But anyway, thank you so much for stopping by, and wherever you are, whenever you are, I hope you're having a great day. And until we meet again, take care of yourself. Bye.